All right, I'm giving the hotel Wi-Fi a chance here. I I figured out who the hotel Wi-Fi was, and I put my phone on airplane mode. Hopefully, this is better. Way better. Okay, cool. Dale is a dwarf. I couldn't agree more. Nobody seems to like Dale, but Dale thinks he's awesome. That's what's awesome. Did Bubba block me? I didn't think Dale blocked me. Did Dale block me? Livia and Dale are really nothing alike. Whoever, I don't know why you said that, Mitch. Livia, it has no soul, none. Whereas Dale does. Dale's just a stupid hillbilly. Whereas Livia, it is a spoiled little rich girl who's entitled. Dale didn't grow up spoiled and rich. Dale has heart and a soul. He just it is an egotistical little short fuck. So calling them the same, that's not right. I mean, at least somewhere deep down inside, Dale Chance it is a good person. Olivia's not, or Livia, whatever her fucking name is. She's pure evil. Livia is dirty. Yeah, come on. I mean, it's fun to make fun of Dale because he gets so triggered, and short people are just hilarious when they're triggered because the first thing they say is, it doesn't bother me. That's always the first thing Dale says. It doesn't really bother me, but I don't care what you guys say about me, but oh, I just used my beard trimmer while I was away. That's why my neck looks fatter. Yeah, that isn't fair to Dale to compare him to Livia. Like I wouldn't piss on Livia if she was on fire. Whereas if Dale was on fire, I would piss on him. Jump in the swimming pool, Father. It's got the cover on it. Do you have any friends, Jay? No. Hack squat versus regular squat. That's really kind of a silly question because you need both. I mean, come on, you should always do your barbell squats first, but the hack squat machine should always be your second exercise. And then you follow it up with the leg press. Those are the big three for leg gains. And that's the proper sequence right there. Barbell squat first, then your second exercise, give your glutes and your hamstrings a rest and do hack squats. And then on your third exercise, go back to the leg press after and use your glutes and your hamstrings to push the quads further into growth. Leg curls and leg extensions last. Yeah, you don't even need leg extensions, really. And leg curls, if you're deadlifting, you really don't need leg curls. Do you have an underbite? I don't think so. I don't think I got no underbite. Yeah, fuck Romanian and deadlifts. Just do a regular fucking deadlift. For crying out loud. Everyone wants to get fucking fancy. Thoughts on the mod situation on Ruckus? I really don't know. I don't keep up with Ruckus. But I heard he's in cahoots with Leo. That's a conflict of interest. He's gonna have a coup on his hands. You need to learn biomechanics, Father. Why? What'd I say wrong? You're an expert. I know exactly what I was talking about. I was employing the principle of first and thirds, where to make the most gains, your first exercise and your third exercise should have a somewhat similar range of motion. And the back squat and the leg press are very similar, whereas the hack squat is not. The hack squat, you have a straight back, and you're pretty much isolating the quads. So you don't want to do leg press second and hack squat third. Give your glutes and hamstrings a fucking rest and do them third. I know exactly what I was talking about. You're the fool. You don't need that much volume on quads. 3 exercises: squat, hack squat, leg press. And then you follow it up with a leg curl or a stiff legged deadlift, and you're done. 4 exercises. Come on, man. Jay, have you seen some of the 7-second Hondas tearing up Texas? No, I haven't. What are they running? Like, are they running like a 3-liter V6 crammed in a little teeny Civic with a shit ton of nitrous or turbo? What do they run? What's the hot combo? I would think you would take a V6 out of an Accord and cram it in a little teeny Civic and then twin turbo the living dog shit out of it. 2-liter K swap with massive turbos. I don't know what a K swap is. What's the most useless piece of exercise equipment in a gym? Probably the pec deck. Oh. Impingement machine? I wouldn't know. I haven't done the pec deck since I was in about 9th grade. It's always the small people doing pec deck. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that's true. I mean, big gigantic offensive linemen, who are like 6'6", 320, who don't like to be seen lifting free weights. because they have such long arms, they're not very good at it. And they're usually kind of shy lifting free weights. You might see like a big offensive lineman doing pec deck just because he doesn't want people watching him work out because he's embarrassed of not being strong because everyone assumes because he's an offensive lineman and he's 6'6", 320, he should be lifting huge weights. And that just isn't how it works. You don't really need big pecs in football, honestly. Ugh. But the bench press involves so many upper body muscles. You're not doing it for big pecs. One exercise that recruits that many muscle fibers, there's really no other pushing exercise that recruits as many fibers as the bench press. Some people might, argue the overhead press, but that's really dangerous. I mean, if if I was a strength coach at a Division I school like Michigan, and basically you gotta treat these kids basically at a program like that. Every kid walking in that door is a potential All American. It doesn't matter if he's a 3-star, a 4-star, or a 5-star recruit. These kids, because you don't know how they're going to mature, from 18 to 21 years old. So you got to treat every kid like a potential All American. And why would you want to get a kid hurt in the weight room when he's a potential All American in football? Think of it that way. Keep him safe. Incline dumbbell bench is the best press for sporting applications. Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, think about it. If you're throwing the shot put, that's a whole lot like a dumbbell incline. Whole lot like it. Um, if you're an offensive lineman and you're blocking, that's like a dumbbell incline. And those are just two good examples. I'm sure there's dozens, if not more, examples of the dumbbell incline being a great lift for sports. I agree with you. Decline bench is the perfect bench press. Yeah, that's because the decline has a shorter range of motion, so you're not going to tear up your rotator cuff. And doing it at a slightly decline angle actually recruits more of the chest. The decline actually uses the entire chest. Anyone who thinks the incline hits more chest is a moron. Oh. Father, when do we deploy Savage Psycho Joe on our enemies? I've been trying to troll Savage Psycho Joe. I believe he lives in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. I've been leaving little comments on his posts that Dale Chance is the strongest bodybuilder in the Charlotte area and he will destroy you. If you guys, what you guys need to do is start tagging Dale on Savage Psycho Joe's fucking posts, calling out Savage Psycho Joe, saying he can't lift with the great Dale Chance. Dorian says you only need decline. Yeah, maybe. What do you do to treat bad PIP? Well, for a lot of you guys that don't know what PIP is, that's post injection pain. I would put a bag of ice on it. If you got a lump in your ass, put a bag of ice on it. Um, Another thing that helps is warming up your gear before you load your syringe, so that you're shooting warm oil into your ass. Um, that was kind of a Freudian slip, shooting warm oil into your ass. But heating up gear is a tricky thing, and let me to give you guys the two most important things. Never ever put direct heat on a vial of gear. That's a great way to make it explode. You always want to heat it up, with warm water in a cup or something like that, so the heat isn't directly on the vial. And you might be like, well, Jay, the vial's touching the warm water. Yeah, but the warm water was heated by flame or by electricity. You're not directly heating you know what I'm saying? Like in a perfect world, here's how you warm up gear. And you can do this to gear that crashes and starts to crystallize. You always want to vent the gear, so that when the gear inside expands, it doesn't shatter the vial. So what you do is you disconnect a needle from a syringe, and you put it in the rubber stopper so that the gear is vented. And then the best way to warm up gear is in a double boiler setup, where your bottom pan is on the heat, and then you put a second pan of water inside the first pan. So that's called double boiling, so that you're not getting heat directly from the heat source. So double boil your gear, and make sure you vent it with a needle in the rubber, and you don't have to get it that hot. Just warm up your gear. You'd be amazed. Heat up your gear to, even if, let's say room temperature is 70, you heat up your gear to 90, that's 20 degrees. That makes a big difference. And if you just want to take your gear and run it underneath some warm water in the bathroom sink, you really don't need to worry about venting it and doing the whole double boiler thing. That's really more for crashed gear. Just to preheat your gear a little bit, you know, before you inject it, you can just run your vials underneath a little warm water in the fucking bathroom sink. That helps a lot. What would be a good cycle for Grace? Masteron. If you warm up your gear a little bit before you load your syringes, that'll help with PIP tremendously. And if you're still getting it, put a bag of ice on it on the spot. Other than that, all I can say is toughen up, bro. You want to play, you got to pay. Some of you guys, PIP is post injection pain. Like when you get that lump. And the reason you're getting that lump is your body is going to absorb the oil first. So you're left with a bunch of powder. After your body absorbs the oil, you're left with a bunch of powder in your fucking ass. And that's extremely irritating to the tissue. So what the body will do is it'll send lymph and I guess white blood cells to the area. Malt liquor is quicker. That's true. What would happen if you inject your semen? Um, I would recommend you inject your semen in someone else's mouth, vagina, or anus. Remember one of Father's cardinal rules: cum should never be wasted. Oh my God, Mike Tebow just said, "Inject my semen into Grace." Oh God, are you guys fucked? Jason Giovanni wants to know, Father, how would Grace react to Anavar? She'd probably get pretty buff because her diet is strict as fuck, being on a feeding tube. You know, there's probably too much sugar in her feeding tube diet, though. Doctors really don't know shit about nutrition. So you know the shit that they put in a feeding tube is probably garbage. There's something alpha about giving a chick a facial. Yeah, but wouldn't you rather she had her mouth open and you fed her like a baby bird? I'd rather baby bird a chick my load into her mouth than waste it all over her face. Jay, do you think Jane Goblin drinking whilst pregnant is the main cause for Jason's disabilities? Yeah, he has a lot of the signs of fetal alcohol syndrome. Just do a quick Google search of fetal alcohol syndrome, and you can see it in Genova's face that he probably has some FAS. All right, I got to set the phone down. I got to take a leak. Oh, I'm back, guys and girls and trannies. Oh. Jay, do you think beet juice is a diuretic? It makes you piss a lot. I have no idea. Isn't beet juice loaded with arginine, though? No, this is my third one. I cracked my second one while I was taking a break, trying to figure out this internet thing. So, guys, I want to tell you about something. You know, I'm famous for never doing biceps. Um, I'm a lazy fat fuck. I love going and just doing back and then walking out of there without doing any biceps. And I got to admit, um, past couple weeks, I've been walking over to the dumbbell rack after I'm done with back, And I hate the dumbbell rack because that's where all the homosexuals congregate. And I've been doing dumbbell preacher curls. Not I'm sorry, I misspoke. Dumbbell concentration curls, where you put your arm, your elbow on the inside of your thigh, and you just curl, very strict, one arm at a time with a dumbbell. And dude, I'm not very good at them, but holy crap. I really feel that my arms are responding to like just doing 3 sets a week of biceps, compared to zero. And, I'm not going crazy with bicep training. Like my typical workout with my dumbbell concentration curls is 20s, 30s, and 40s. I'll just do 3 sets. I'm doing strict as fuck. And I don't really care about weight. I'm just trying to make my arms look better. No, I'm not going to flex my biceps. I don't really need hammer curls because I've been training back more and more um, without straps. Um, back in the old days before hammer strength, I used straps on fucking everything because trying to grip a metal bar for heavy back was nearly impossible. But some of these hammer strength machines, the foam grip that's on these hammer strength machines, you can actually get a pretty decent workout and maybe not even put straps on till your last heavy set. Like on a hammer strength machine, if I do 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4 plate, 5 plate, I won't use the straps until I hit the fifth set. Then when I go to the next machine and start over, I won't use the straps for the first couple warm up sets. So since I started using more hammer strength, I've been using less straps, and I like it. My forearms have definitely gotten better. But no, hammer curls are good, but hammer curls aren't my problem. I have no peak in my bicep, so if I'm going to do 3 sets of biceps after back, I figured why not do the exercise that's best for the peak, which is the sitting one arm dumbbell concentration curl. Hammers make the arm look huge. Well, that's because with your hand in a neutral grip, you're working all 3 elbow flexors: the biceps, the brachii radialis, and what's the third one? The brachialis. I'm not sure, but there's basically 3 elbow flexors. 2 of them are in the upper arm. One of them is in the forearm. And when you put your hand in a neutral position, like the hammer curl, you're engaging all 3 elbow flexors. And obviously, when you do an overhand grip, you're using primarily the elbow flexor that's in the forearm. And when you use a completely, I don't know, what's it called? See, I don't know the names. Is this pronated or supinated? Um, Underhand grip, basically. That's when you're using the most bicep. And in the neutral grip, you're using the most brachialis. Or I don't know. I get the 3 confused. But yes, you want to do a lot of neutral grip work, obviously. But I have no peak. Like when I do a double biceps, my biceps are flat like a fucking pool table. Like, I might have 19-inch arms or whatever they are, but they're flat as fuck. It's because of fat? Okay. Jay, thanks for giving us the Paybis advice last month. Yeah, I love Paybis. I, I don't want to own Bitcoin. I like just being able to buy shit, putting Bitcoin directly into other people's wallets. You got a 19-inch arm at 230? That's great. I did too when I was 19 years old. My arms literally haven't gotten any bigger. Yeah, drinking rum is a commitment, bro. Whereas drinking beer is easy. Jay, leave a load on the pillow for the maid. Gross. Twist your wrist at the peak of your curls, Jay. Right, right, because twisting that wrist at the very end engages the peak of the bicep. I get that. I started goofing around with my grip on the dumbbell today um, during my dumbbell concentration curls because I found that um, if my hand was centered on the dumbbell handle, um, I it was more difficult. So I started cheating my hand over um, uh, getting my pinky finger closer to the plate, and my thumb farther away, and I was actually better able to keep the dumbbell fucking square. You know what I mean? While I was doing my curls, whereas if I center my hand in the dumbbell handle, um, I my the dumbbell's kind of crooked because my bicep is weak. So I'm cheating a little bit with the grip, but and I know cheating isn't good, but the reason I'm doing it is to hold the dumbbell in the proper position. So even though my grip might not be centered, I'm still able to perform the motion properly, which I think is more important. He dreams about hand positions. Why is Dale cocky now? I don't know, man. I have no idea. He got nothing to be proud of. He's been fully exposed. I mean, there's nobody that makes 100 grand a year that lives in a fucking $99,000 fucking double wide trailer. I mean, most people, correct me if I'm wrong, that make 100 grand a year, they live in like a real house, that's worth at least 250, if not more. The math on Dale doesn't make sense. You make good money and you were homeless. Yeah, right. It's called minimalism. No, if Dale was into minimalism, he would live in one of those tiny houses. Dude, and his family, they're probably all really small. Like Dale, his wife, and his two boys, they could live in one of those tiny houses. They're saying they're minimalists. You're going the wrong way. They're living like fucking hillbillies living in a double wide. Those four little tiny people in a double wide, that's like hillbilly deluxe. Dale and his wife and those two little boys could live in a tree fort. They're like little monkeys. Jason Blaha Fitness says, my arms are huge. Right. Dale could live in the Keebler treehouse. Dale represents the Lollipop Guild. I love it. I I don't know what's going on with Lath. I can't respond to it. I'm gonna let the Ruckus boys figure it out. But if what you guys are saying is true, the Ruckus boys are gonna have a coup against their leader. The admin of the Ruckus group cannot be in bed with fucking Leo Longevity. That ain't that discredits that entire fucking community. That admin stepped down, Father. Okay, see, I'm not up to speed. There's no conspiracy with Leo. He used Meow Man and Lenny. I agree with you. He did use Lenny, but how could you use Meow Man? You're not going to pick up any views using Meow Man. I mean, come on. Funniest misfit moment when you said, why would you build a shrine to your problems? That one stung. Well, I know Brad and Lenny and all those clowns tried to turn that around. Like, I don't have a shrine to my problems. Shit. I wake up in the morning and any leftover alcohol or cigarettes I have, I throw in the garbage. Start over. Thoughts on Livia starting a life coach business? Like I said, I wouldn't piss on Livia if she was on fire. Uh, I posted something about her life coach business and Instagram deleted it. She's a fool. Who would take a fucking life coaching advice from a fucking bulimic? I mean, bulimic chicks are pretty much the stupidest chicks on the planet. I mean, let's just compare. Let's keep this real simple. Let's just compare bulimic chicks to anorexic chicks. Anorexic chicks stay skinny. All right. They got mental problems, you know. But bulimic chicks are much more stupid because they want to stay skinny like anorexic chicks, but they think they can get away with eating and then just purging, making themselves throw up. So their health problems become much worse than an anorexic. I mean, anorexic chicks make bulimic chicks look like fucking retards, honestly. At least when an anorexic chick has a bite to eat, she fucking absorbs the nutrition. Hello? Ricky just said Taco Queen doesn't know who her kid's father is. I wouldn't know. I never directly asked her that question. The laxative destroyed Livia's balloon knot. Oh. I don't want to talk about Olivia on my live stream. She's a complete piece of shit. And I tried to tell that to Nate a long time ago. And Nate is a complete fool. Remember when Nate went on the fucking podcast and made a complete jackass out of himself, saying there was no cheating? Because, see, here's the deal. People like Nate, um, they they think that when you're taking a break, quote unquote taking a break, that it's not cheating. Dude, come on, man. Like, that's the oldest trick in the book for a chick that wants to get other cock. It is they'll break down in tears and say I love you, but I just need a break. Then you can't call it cheating when they fuck somebody else. Whereas if the world was fair, when couples take a break, the guy would go out and get a bunch of pussy, but it never works out that way. I'm sorry. Life sucks. Life isn't fair. When couples take a break, the guy wants to get a pussy. He just strikes out. He goes to the bar with his friends, he gets hammered, has a good time, but he doesn't get laid. He wants his girl back. But meanwhile, his girl has got her fucking, feet above her head like Bugs fucking Bunny, and she's taking loads from fucking, Harry, Dick, and fucking Sam. And then she wants to get back together because she's got you brainwashed into thinking it wasn't cheating. Meanwhile, you've been going out with your buddies trying to get fucking laid, and you're so insecure because you struck out every fucking time you went out with your buddies. You're like, well, fuck, I got to take her back. It's the only pussy I can get. Well, that's what happened to Nate. Jay, what would you do to Greta Thunberg now that she is 18 years old? I don't know. I couldn't see me wanting to be in the same room as an autistic, to be honest with you. I gotta take a leak. Greta Thunberg. I don't know. Greta Thunberg. I would love to do something really fucked up to Greta Thunberg. Like, maybe I would put her parents in a gas chamber with a video camera inside the gas chamber. And I would torture her, preferably burn her tits with cigarettes until she voluntarily pulled the lever to gas her own parents. That's what I would like to do to Greta Thunberg. Is just burn her tits with cigarettes until she gassed her own parents and watched them expire on a closed circuit television screen. Too merciful, Father. Give more. It's like Pulp Fictioning. Right. Get her to write a diary like Anne Frank. Zach can't even spell. He's so drunk. I think Zach meant to say damn. I think I creeped out Zach with what I just said. How many cigarettes to the naked breast before Greta Thunberg would pull that lever to gas her own parents on closed circuit television? That would be awesome. A carton? No way. No fucking way. Dude, have you ever been burned by a cigarette? For one, I wouldn't want to hear that autistic fucking cry because she probably cries like a fucking deaf person. Not all of us hate our moms like you, Jay. I love my mom. What are you talking about? Smash lamp behind you. Why would I do that and get charged on my credit card? That would be smart. Whoa, this cigarette. This is the first cigarette I've had in a couple days. Hit me like a ton of bricks. Best gear for strength, Tubby. Dude, I've said it 100 times. Test, Deca, and Anadrol. You fools that know nothing about gear, but read about it a lot. You guys are in love with Tren because on paper, Tren sounds like it's the greatest thing in the world. It's not. Dude, once you're knee deep into a Tren cycle, your muscles get in your tendons and your joints get so dry, the last thing you want to do is lift heavy. Whereas Deca fucking lubricates everything. Zach is drunk as fuck. Trust me. Jesus Christ. Zach, I like you. You're a nice kid. I know you got swastikas next to your name. You're just misguided. Zach, is your future brother-in-law watching this video with you? I know you're drinking with him. They're not going to let you into their family Someone's going to object to this wedding if they know you watch me. Father, can someone take test and DECA and not gain weight? Um, Here's the thing with NOR19 derivatives, which the two most common are DECA and TREN. NOR19s are they pretty much do what they want. You can't control them. Yeah, you could take cabergoline and like the oral version, Anadrol. Anadrol is not a NOR19, but Anadrol aromatizes into progesterone, which also can only be controlled with cabergoline. And caber is so bad for your heart. For you to try and control DECA, TREN, or Anadrol with caber, you're going to do more damage to your heart. So I consider those three drugs uncontrollable. They call the shots. If you want to be in control of your cycle, those are the three drugs you really don't want to mess with. Because I'm telling you what, NOR19s and the oral Anadrol, they call the shots, not you. Anadrol is going to do whatever the fuck it wants. Okay? If you want to get big and strong, I would recommend Dianabol as your oral of choice. Because at least Anadrol is like a pit bull. You can put it on a leash. Drol is different. You can't put Anadrol on a leash like a pit bull. Anadrol is more like a fucking wild fucking tiger. You try and put a leash on it, and it's still going to bite your fucking head off. So, pick your poison. Should you take gear if you have a murmur? You probably can do. I don't see why you can't do TRT with a heart murmur. I mean, TRT level doses of testosterone or HRT levels of testosterone with a heart murmur are probably healthier than having low T. If you think about it, low T is bad. Low T is going to make any health condition you have worse. If you've got a condition like a heart murmur, you want your hormone levels to be normal. So I don't know if you have low T and a heart murmur, that's not a good combo. So draw, pin, cruise, caber, gear. All are words that give me those chills. What advice did you give the pinworm? Dude, if I could tell Nate anything, and I know he won't listen to me because Nate thinks he's really sweet. Nate needs to cut himself free. I mean, Nate's still a young guy, and even though that chick is in his head, he's got time to dump her completely and start over. Zach says, stroking my cock. I'm all natural. Alphas don't need steroids. Well, it depends what your test level is, bro. If you're so alpha, your natural test level is probably, 6 or 700. God bless you if it is. If you're natural, if you go get blood work done and you're so fucking alpha that your test level is in the 700s, yeah, I wouldn't fuck with gear. I wouldn't. Why would you? shit. I When I got blood work done when I was 40, um, from cycling the wrong way when I was young, my test level I think was 179, something like that, and that was completely on nothing. My test level was 179, which is horrible. Um, so I'm actually healthier doing a little bit of testosterone. Is 179 low? Mine was 200, but doctor said because I was under 30 that results were skewed. No, 179 is really bad. You're 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 going to be at your healthiest with your test levels. I would say right around 600. I mean, if that's your goal, is just health, um, you want your test levels 6 to 700. Period. Anyone who disputes that fact um, is not up on current information. How do you feel at 200 tests for 600 tests? Well, I'm okay doing 300 tests a week. Oh, Ron DeSantis is on Fox News right now. And only a doctor is going to tell you that 200 tests is okay. Come on, man. I did 700 milligrams of Cestanon this week. Um, okay, if you got the old fashioned Cestanon 250, um, that would be 3 cc's. And probably the best way to do that would be 1 cc Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The problem with Cestanon is I know it's a mix of four different esters, ranging from quick to very long. The very long acting ester in the Cestanon blend of testosterone, I believe, is testosterone undecanate, and th- that's like the worst testosterone there is because it's in your bloodstream so fucking long that only bad things can happen when testosterone is in your bloodstream that long. It gives it that much more time to turn into DHT or estrogen. You don't want that. Jay, what do you think of Caitlyn Jenner for governor of California? Um, I think it would be hilarious as fuck. Because Bruce, I'll call him Bruce, is a very staunch Republican and actually a somewhat bright of a guy. I personally think the reason Bruce Jenner um, fucked over his hormones so bad and became a tranny is because back in his day, um, he did the Olympics in '76. I think he was probably doing a D ball only cycle. So even though he had the muscle and the strength to do sports, his natural testosterone probably completely shut down. So there's Bruce, you know, greatest athlete in the world, the Olympic decathlon champion, and he has no testosterone in his body. He's doing a D ball only cycle. That that's when you're gonna fuck over your system. Bully, I cold turkeyed off a year blast and cruise. Hold on. For all of 2020. Do you think I have low test as a result? I feel depressed and beta. Get blood work done, bro. Get your blood work done. Jay, what do you think about China having the pedo tapes of Hunter Biden? Well, they're not going to release them because they want Biden to be president because Biden is weak. Biden is good for China. Is a skateboard a deadly weapon? Yeah, okay. I guess it is. Would you rather fight a guy like Pomps with a skateboard, or would you rather fight a trucker that got out of his truck with a hammer and a fucking screwdriver? What's up, Jay? Are you cruising or blasting now? Dude, I haven't done a real serious blast in a while. I would rather not fight a trucker with wasp spray. Yeah, that's smart. I gotta piss again. It's literally pissing. Oh, father's back. Thoughts on Robzilla refusing to put out new Big Lenny channel content? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh. My message to Robzilla is Rob, we all appreciate what you've been doing. And I don't know if what this troll is saying is true, but here's the deal, Rob. When you refuse to put out Big Lenny channel, that that has people like McCuck licking at the fucking chops to come in and swoop in and start messaging Lenny that, like, Lenny, if you need someone to film, bro, hit me up. I'm always available. That's how McCuck operates. McCuck is McCuck will always try and swoop in when someone isn't taking care of Lenny's channel the way it should be. That's when McCuck gets an overdrive. So if Rob doesn't want to fucking film for Lenny, that opens the door for McCuck to wiggle his way back into the Genovaverse. So Rob, if you're listening, bro, come on, man. I don't know what's going on with the trolls and Ruckus. And Rob, I support you. And for the best of all of us, let's try and work it out. And if the trolls want more Big Lenny content on the channel, my advice would be, put out a video. I mean, you're not going to win a war versus the trolls. What's going to happen is the trolls are going to start to attack you guys. And then you're going to get all pissed off, because I've seen it before, bro. And I love you. You're a young guy. You have a good heart. You just, I'd rather Robzilla be in charge of the Big Lenny channel than McCuck. If anyone disagrees with me, let's talk about it. Who wants to drive Robzilla out of the Genovaverse so that we can get McCuck back into the fucking scene? Who wants that? Anybody want that? Speak your piece right here, right now. I fucking dare you. Yeah, I got no problems with Robzilla. He's just a young guy. I think he's still in his fucking 20s. He's going to make mistakes. Fuck. But he's doing a better job than anyone else has done. You guys, I know you guys are confused, like why I stick up for Robzilla so much, and it's really not that complicated. The alternative is McCuck. Now, if I was going to collab with Lenny, I'd rather hang out with Rob than McCuck, honestly. But Brad is going to do everything he can to not let Rob and McCuck, or Rob and Lenny, collab with me. John Smith just said, you are the leader of the Misfits now. Well, I might be the spiritual leader of the Misfits, which I think I am. I'm the spiritual leader. I'm not actually the leader of the Misfits. Brad pretty much controls the podcast. Like it or hate it, it's just the truth. And Andrew controls the YouTube channel. I might be the spiritual leader of the Misfits, but that doesn't mean I have any actual power. I just put ideas and thoughts out there. I'm the spiritual leader of the Misfits. Zach is the true leader. Yeah, Zach does control just about everything. You're the only real misfit, Jay. I don't know. What's your definition of misfit? I mean, J.C. Stevens just said you are the moral compass of the Misfits. Yeah, yeah, I'm the North Star. I am the North Star. I don't have control of the podcast. In fact, as long as Brad stays in control of the podcast, I'm probably not allowed on the podcast. You know, and Andrew, from what I understand, has no interest in filming because, you know, Andrew is a great guy, and one of the things I love about Andrew is he's stubborn. He's stubborn as fuck, and if he knows Robzilla is going to be there or McCuck is going to be there filming for Lenny, he won't show up. That's just the truth. And that's not coming out of Andrew's mouth. That's just something I've noticed. Andrew is stubborn. And God bless him. He has a right to be. It's his fucking channel. You know, I like Andrew. Andrew's a good guy. And if he wants to be stubborn and not film Misfit videos while other people are there filming for the Big Lenny channel, that's his right. You know, and I support him 100%. And it you know, Chad King just said you got kicked out of the Misfits, Jay. Yeah, I guess Brad did. MD just said 454 Cassell restamp into a 410 slug. Yeah, I want to do that. 5 more beers and Andrew must apologize to Big Gay. No, Andrew doesn't owe me shit. I'm trying to fucking get you guys to see the big picture, that the Misfit channel and the Big Lenny channel are almost never going to coexist. Okay. Whereas my channel, I can exist with Andrew filming. I'd love to do a video with Andrew filming, and Andrew posted to his channel. Look, hit me up. I'll collab. You know, we don't have to film for my channel. I'm not greedy. I got a job. I have a job. I get paid every week to drive a truck. I'm not relying on YouTube as revenue. So that's just the cold, honest truth. People that might be relying on their YouTube channel as their primary source of income, maybe they're the problem. You know? It's not Big Rob either, because Big Rob would collab with Andrew, I think. But it just won't work out. Did Andrew ever give Lenny compensation for carrying the Misfits channel? Absolutely. dude, we're going down a fucking slippery slope right now. Um, but Andrew has given Lenny every opportunity, every opportunity, and Lenny is kind of turned into like almost like a spoiled Hollywood brat, where he thinks he's the fucking talent, and he's made it almost impossible for anybody to work with him. Yeah, so I'm not getting into details, but Andrew and Brad have both helped out Lenny more than you guys would ever even realize. What about Lord Vader? Uh, Father getting a little tipsy. Yeah, I'm a little tipsy. Fuck it. I mean, I mean I'm not sharing any dirt. What I just said previously, that Andrew and Brad have helped out Lenny behind the scenes more than you guys could ever fucking imagine. And you know, eventually people get burned out. So, and that's why I don't like you guys trashing fucking Robzilla. Robzilla's not perfect. We we can't expect any man to be perfect. Am I perfect? No, hell no. Is Robzilla going to be perfect? No. But Robzilla is the best we have right now. And probably in the history of the Big Lenny channel, I think Robzilla is the best. Like I just said, you want Pomps in control of the Big Lenny channel? Do you want McCuck in charge of the Big Lenny channel? So be careful what you wish for. You guys want to trash Robzilla? I keep trying to warn you guys. McCuck is just wringing his fucking hands right now, waiting for Robzilla to say, you know what, I've had enough, and then McCuck is gonna swoop in, take over that channel again. So be careful what you wish for. Jay doesn't know. I know more than you think I know. Hold on. Eminem clowning around just said, if not for the views, they would throw Lenny away like a used rubber. Well, I disagree with that. Lenny is a fucking sweetheart, and I know that's a weird Freudian slip to use about Lenny, but Lenny is actually a sweetheart, and I love Lenny to death, and that's why I don't get upset when Lenny trolls me, and I don't get upset when Robzilla trolls me. Uh, I know what they're doing. You know, they go they don't want to lose their invite out to Bradford Manor. Come on, man. Business is business. And sometimes for business to go forward, you got to throw your friends under the bus. Does that make them bad people? No, it doesn't. It's just business. And if you get your feelings hurt, you're never gonna survive. Eddie Schomburg, the mailman isn't honest with himself about his alcoholism. Well, I got to stick up for Brad in that one. Um, Brad is entertaining a chick that's under 30 and Brad's 40. So when you're dating a chick that's 10 years younger than you, you're going to party more because even if you don't realize it in the back of your mind, you kind of got to, it's going to gnaw at you like if I don't keep her entertained, she's going to find someone that will entertain her. That's just human nature. It's not a knock on Brad. It's just human fucking nature. Anybody that anybody that gets fooled up with a younger woman is going to find themselves drinking more. Uh, right. I get no pussy and I still drink like a fish. That's because I'm a thirsty person. I'm my own man. I'm homeless. I live in a truck. You know, I I I have nobody in my life that can modify my behavior. You know, it's called freedom. Probably, if you really think about it, the only two misfits. Well, there's probably three. If I Me, Andrew, and Big Richard probably are the only misfits that have true freedom, where we can do anything we want whenever we want, and our life's not going to change. If you think about it, every other misfit, they've got restrictions or complications in their life, you know? And if that doesn't make sense, well, then I can't help you. Planet Swole said Robzilla can get there hopefully. Yeah, I hope for the best for the guy. I like the guy. Oops. I mean, who just said smoke crack? I wish you were here. You got some? Never have kids, stay out of debt, and enjoy this paradise. Yeah. Joe Hossein Obaden just said that. Yeah, right. Never have kids, stay out of debt, and enjoy this paradise. Right. 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 Everyone's idea of paradise is different. Like Leather Daddy just said incel paradise. Now, when you talk about people being an incel, um, dude, you must be pussy whipped. Like you must be providing a home and a sense of security for a female, and you get laid all the time. That's why you think you have a right to call people incels. I mean, literally anybody who has a job with steady income and can afford a home, whether it's a trailer, an apartment, or a house, whatever. Anybody with an income that can afford a home can afford a woman to move in and get steady pussy. But is that the is steady pussy like how you're gonna gauge your life? Like I got steady pussy. I mean, come on, man. Like steady pussy that like you're gonna you're gonna ruin your life to and, and brag about yourself and try and put other people down because you got steady pussy. Like she could be fat and fucking ugly, and you could live in a double wide trailer. Okay, you got steady pussy. I I, I would rather be an incel than have that kind of steady pussy. I mean, come on, man. Sounds like Bubba bragging. I'm not bragging. You are incel like Kalura. I don't know what that means. Like Kalura should be getting a ton of ass. He's skinny. He's lean. He's young. It doesn't matter that Kalura is boring. Eh. What's an incel mean exactly? Someone who doesn't get laid? Yeah. I mean, Meow Man is a cat nerd. So what? If I retired onto um, some acreage in Mississippi after I'm done trucking, and I lived in a trailer out in the woods and shot deer all the time, and fed a bunch of outdoor cats, and never got pussy for the rest of my life. I could enjoy being an incel. Dude, pussy means nothing. Nothing. It you, you got to find a woman that enriches your life. I mean, getting laid is nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Finding a woman that makes your life better, with the exception of getting laid, I mean, that's the secret to happiness. You got to find a woman you're friends with and that you can hang out with, laugh, get pizza, whatever. You guys are so concerned about who's fucking the most or who's getting the best pussy. Dude, come on, man. You're thinking like like someone in their 20s, that pussy determines how happy you are in life. I I'd rather be retired on a nice piece of property, own a tractor, you know, plant some crops to bring the deer in, have a good rifle, so I could shoot my own organic meat, and have a barbecue grill, and have a bonfire, and you know have some friends over for a fire, and drink beer, and we could all eat some deer meat. You know, pussy is nothing, absolutely nothing. Yeah, I know. Sorry, but Bradford Manor, I mean, it's a nice place and all, but Brad can't hunt on his property. Brad doesn't butt up to state land or federal land where he can go walking out his back door with a rifle like a man. Sorry, guys, but I want when I retire, I want to be able to. I don't care what I'm living in. If I'm living out of a fucking camper, uh, I want to be able to walk out my door with a rifle, and go hunt deer or elk or whatever, hogs, and I want to come home, and I want to have a fire outside, and I want to piss outside, and I want to drink beer, and I want to be able to turn up my music loud, and I want to have friends over that like to piss outside, and if they're too drunk, they can pitch a tent, or maybe they got their own camper. That's living, brother. Would you have a hammock? Uh, Dude, I don't like hammocks because I'm 325. I don't trust a hammock. Father. I burn 11 cord a year. That's a lot of firewood. Yeah. Face cord? Shit, I did something. Shit. Jay, what books would you be essential reading in your camper? Um, well, like any psychopath, you have to own a copy of The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Yeah, hammocks are gay. I mean, yeah, they look cool on paper, but unless you're a 115-pound chick, a hammock really sucks. The cookbook, the one McVeigh liked. Oh, the Anarchist Cookbook. Yeah, that's a great book. I never had my own copy, but I definitely read that book, the Anarchist Cookbook, in high school. I just had some nose beers. Jesus Christ. Father, is McCuck Transform X? I don't think so. Um, but I don't know if I've said it before, but Transform X, politically, is like the digital version of McCuck. I mean, Transform X politically, when it comes to the Misfits, has the same opinions as McCuck. Transform X is just a troll account. No one knows who he is. No one knows what he looks like. So he's like a digital version of McCuck. Looks like McCuck, smells like McCuck, but it's probably not McCuck. I've never heard of Joseph Merrick. Should I? Do you guys think McCuck beat my ass? Would someone show a picture or a screenshot of McCuck actually landing a punch on me? Please, please post a screenshot of McCuck actually punching me. I tore a pec in that fight because I was whooping his ass because I didn't know how to fucking box, and I went fast and furious in round one, and I was already dehydrated. It was cold. I didn't warm up. I'm an idiot. I don't know how to fight. But McCuck did not beat my ass. So get your facts straight. Jay should live in a bell tower. I don't know about that. Jay, what about you begging him to stop? I didn't beg him. I said, get away from me, motherfucker, or these gloves are coming off. If McCuck wanted to continue that fight, it was going bare knuckle. Watch the video. I told McCuck, get away from me, or these gloves are coming off. That's when he backed off. Jay, who is your favorite SS officer? I really don't know. I don't know a lot about the SS. Goering was not an SS officer. Goering was a general in the Luftwaffe. Goering was an Air Force officer. Not even a member of the Nazi Party, as far as I know. I'm not a Nazi or a Nazi sympathizer. Chuck E. Cheese Ranch. It's not on video where I tell them the gloves are going to come off. That might be on the Cubans video. Two people were filming that day, Lenny and the Cuban. I don't. Yeah, I admit it. I did concede that fight due to medical reasons. I conceded that fight. I'm not disputing that fact. I conceded for medical reasons. Right, hold on. Web app 31. Get away from me, bro. These gloves are coming off. Yeah, I think that's what I said. minute, I pulled a peck. You assholes. I'm a total loser. I get it. No. Everybody knows I didn't fake that peck pull. Come on, man. Do you love us, Father? Pierce Bronson wants to know. Yeah, of course I love you guys. You're an old man talking about steady pussy like he's a teenager, laughing my ass off. You're pathetic. No grown up 50-year-old talks about steady pussy. Well, you're right. You looked like you were fighting your obese 17-year-old son. You would have totally won that fight if your peck didn't take a piss. Yeah, I think that's an accurate assessment. Chub Job said that. You look like you were fighting your obese 17-year-old son. You would have totally won that fight if your peck didn't take a piss. Yeah, I think that's an accurate assessment. McCuck would have knocked you out. He was waiting for the money shot before you pussied out. Okay, bro. McCuck had the kill shot ready, but you quit. Okay. I agree. McCuck, definitely the talented fighter. Okay. I agree with you guys. McCuck was inning up that jaw. I don't know what that means. Inning up. Oh. You'd mock us if the rules were reversed. I, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to mock you. I'm agreeing with you guys. By agreeing with you, I'm kind of mocking you. McCuck said he was just getting started. Well, okay. Dude, come on, man. I watched the video of that. Both angles of it. He was not just getting warmed up, he was running away the whole time. Whatever. You guys are just trolling me. McCuck was running circles around you like Mayweather. Okay, she's right. Right. No, I think New Universal Order fucking blocked me. I used to follow that loser. Is Taco Queen's kid really half PM? I doubt it. I've seen the kid. He looks white to me. He said he in a live that he blocked you because of the messages you left. I don't know. He's that sensitive. Can you beat Dale in a fight? Probably not. Dale's a little tough guy. Dale refers to body as a winning package. What? Cold beer and hot pussy. That sounds good. PJ Braun does not have 15 indoor cats. Don't tell me that. I feel bad if PJ got coronavirus. PJ is a nice person. Yeah, I saw that post that PJ did saying he went to the hospital or the clinic or wherever because he was so sick and that he came back positive for coronavirus. I wish him well. When is PJ going to prison? Probably never. I mean, come on. What do they got on him? PJ said you're not an athlete. Well, maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. But what did PJ do in college? Did PJ do any sports in college? I did. No, I didn't play soccer in college, you clown. I I went to a Division I school and I was a shot putter and a hammer thrower. I threw the high school shot put, which is only 12 pounds, 56 something. I don't remember exactly. Um, and then I think my best college throw with a 16-pound shot put was 55-11, which isn't great, but not bad either. My best throw with the 16-pound hammer was 197 feet, a contair over 60 meters. So I I was a 60-meter hammer thrower, which is pretty fucking good. So sorry if it doesn't measure up to, you know, some bodybuilder's expectations of what an athlete is. I'd like to find another bodybuilder that can throw a fucking 16-pound hammer 60 meters. There aren't any, especially those little short fucks on the Olympia stage. You're a fat fuck, depressed alcoholic. I'm not depressed. How am I depressed, man? I'm fucking actually have a good time. A lot. If you have to explain why you're not depressed, you're depressed. Jesus Christ. Who are you, Dr. Joyce Brothers? For Christ's sake. Take a look in the mirror. Yeah, I'm a third fat. 32.6% body fat at 325. Right. I agree. Maybe the only thing that's got me depressed is looking at those pictures of me at 272, you know. when I looked awesome. It's funny how you guys think I'm 40% body fat. All you do is call yourself father and drink yourself retarded. Yeah, true. 8% 2 weeks out. That's fucking good, bro. Thoughts on close grip bench? I think it's probably the best uh, upper body exercise known to man, the close grip bench. If you want to know the truth. Leo claimed that Jason Blaha was 40% body fat. So by that logic, you would be 60%. Okay. You guys are so stupid. I think I got one or two more beers in the fridge. Don't call me father. Hair's looking thick. Yeah, I know. No, I did not get a COVID shot, and I'm not gonna. Chuck E. Cheese Ranch just said, "Don't call me father," Eddie Vedder. Right. Don't call me father. Mm. Rest pause training is for I I've never done rest pause. Will Nate ever love again? Um, that's a stupid question because Nate's still in love. Uh, you have to be heartbroken before you ever love again. And I don't think Nate is heartbroken. Nate still thinks he's in a relationship with Livia. Eric Schomburg just said he wants to love Olivia like he's never been hurt before. Yeah, well, because he hasn't, because he's stupid. See, sometimes guys that are stupid, that don't realize they've been hurt, they're happier than the rest of us, you know. Guys that are dumb, they're the happiest guys on the planet because they don't realize what happened to them. Do you ever talk to Blaha? No, I haven't. Oops, I gotta piss. Oh, oh. Blaha said you're a dumbass for trying to squat 600. I was actually ready for that 600. I mean, how would I know that my tendon attachments had grown weak? I mean, I think leading up to that 600, I had, God, I think I had deadlifted uh, 2 weeks prior or a week prior, deadlifted like 550 for a double. And a week before that, squatted 550 for a double. I mean, trust me, I was ready. I didn't know my attachments were weak. There's no way to know that without an MRI. So, Blaha said you're not an athlete. What sports has Blaha done? I'll bet Blaha didn't play any sports in high school. I'm willing to bet on that. Sports. No thanks. Blaha was in the farm at Langley. Right. Thoughts on Jason Genova eating his own load? Um, I would never do that on camera. I mean, come on, man. He's a retard. I don't know anything about the Galveston police, Mexican police guy. Cassidy said he doesn't want to film with me. Dude, So I'm supposed to care about Cassidy Campbell now? Someone get me up to speed. Why I need to care about Cassidy Campbell? Cassidy Campbell is what? Father, do you think it's a waste to live and die and not produce children? Serious. Um, I don't know. I mean, technically, we're supposed to reproduce because for our race. Um, Maybe I'm doing more for the race by not reproducing, by educating other young white men. Cassidy Campbell can bench 350 on the incline for 31 times. That's incredible. Cassidy said he could squat 700. I don't think Cassidy said that. Thoughts on Michael Hearn being natural? Well, that's obviously a lie. Thoughts on our boy Hemingway? What do you mean, our boy Hemingway? Are you talking about the great author, Ernest Hemingway? It's been proven he was a fraud. Bravo called Cassidy a rapist. Well, dude, consider the source. John Brody is not an expert on anything. Johnny Bravo is a trust fund punk who wants all you guys to think he's a self-made man. So he can say whatever he wants about people. Bravo said Lenny is more athletic than you. Dude, come on, man. Johnny Bravo, I mean, I like the guy. You know, he's funny, he's cool, this and that. But you got to take it for what it is. He's a personality. He's a clown. I mean, I like the guy. I don't have anything bad to say about him, but come on, man. If that's your source of information, you'd be better off going to Bozo the Clown for information. I mean, come on, man. Take phone calls on live streams using a burner phone. That's a good idea. That's a real good idea. I, that's a great idea. Like, switch my real number, but keep this number, but have it put on a burner phone because the trolls already have this phone number. So if I switched my number to a private number and then took calls coming to my existing number on a burner, that'd be awesome. Oh my God. Does your mom pay you to stay away? No, my mom would probably give me money to come home and spend more time with her. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the bar in about 5 minutes. Now, what's so great at the bar? Nothing. Scott says, "Let's talk, Father." John Smith says, "Where is Grace?" Question mark. Yeah, I do like it when Grace is here. You know, one thing I noticed is I, I can tell Gorilla Juice is watching this. Um, Gorilla Juice gets really fucking triggered when I talk about paying for the first $200 worth of pitchers of draft beer at a bar near his house or his work. He gets so triggered. Father, are you a lesbian? Definitely not. Dude, make it 225. Okay. I'll make it 250. We're just trying to build up that big J for the UK account on Instagram. And once we get enough people committed that will come to my bar night, even though I won't make it to the UK, and we'll do it somewhere near where the hospital where Gorilla Juice teaches surgery, or the university. And I'll pay for the first $250 of draft beer, and then you guys got to walk over to his house and knock on his door. He's gonna lose his fucking shit. How many pitchers? I don't know. How much are pitchers in the United Kingdom? Talk about history, Father. History of what? '14th century Italian history? I have no clue about that. I'm not going to talk about the Spanish Inquisition. I think Catholics are bullshit, to be honest with you. Talk about American slavery. It was a bad thing. But the worst thing about the history of American slavery is the fact that Lincoln, President Abraham Lincoln, was assassinated before he could do what he wanted to do. And you're not going to learn about this in history books, but Lincoln's plan with the freed slaves was to use them to populate American colonies. Now, if Lincoln would have lived and we would have used the freed slaves to populate American colonies, and we could have put them all on ships and sent them to colonies, that's the American dream right there. Father, have you eaten a monkey before? Have you ever met a hot chick that didn't slightly resemble a monkey? I mean, think about it. Every chick that you consider hot resembles a monkey. Show me a chick you consider hot that doesn't resemble a monkey. They're all little monkeys. Chuck Basher wants to know, Grace. Right, Chuck. Grace does resemble a little monkey. Dirty, dirty hamsters? What the fuck does that mean? All right. I gotta change my pants before I go to the bar. Jay has the mentality of a 12-year-old. Well, kinda. It piss pants. Well, kinda. Jay, can you explain sending blacks to the colonies, yeah, it speaks for itself. You're gonna brush your teeth before bar? No, because I don't plan on kissing any bitches. I make them lick my asshole and put my balls in their mouth. Not because I like it, because I want to degrade them. I mean, there's nothing about putting your balls in a chick's mouth that feels good, but man, does it make them look stupid. So, all right, guys, I'm signing out. I'm gonna walk to the bar. I don't know anything about Brad's Instagram. Brad and the Taco Queen blocked me.